On July 14th, US Senate introduced a revised Russia sanctions bill that would allow US President Donald Trump to impose 100% tariffs on the world's top 5 buyers of Russian oil. So the 5 countries include China, India, Hungary, Azerbaijan and Slovakia. Now before going further, let us understand what is tariff. In India terms, it means custom duty. Now imagine you are an exporter who exports textile to America. And if America imposes 100% tariffs, then your 100 rupees shirt would cost rupees 200 to American buyer, because of which no one buys your shirt at double the price. As a result, exports dry up, factories shut down and your workers lose the job. The irony is that the bill is a softened version of Russia Sanctions Act introduced back in 2025 by US that threatened a monstrous 500% tariff on the countries buying Russian oil. 500%. That would have been an economic catastrophe. So if the bill is passed and the tariffs are imposed, Indian exports to US worth billions would become unviable, and the industries like textiles, pharmaceuticals, gems and IT services would take a direct hit. And the estimates suggest that Indian GDP could also shrink a bit. But replacing Russian oil is nearly impossible for India. In June 2026, India imported record 2.6 million barrels of Russian oil. That is almost over half of the total oil imports of India. Russian oil has become India's energy security hedge, and the alternatives are costly and limited. But here's what the critics won't tell you. The BJP government has managed the situation relatively well. Remember, back in February this year, US had imposed an additional 25% of tariff on Indian export over Russian oil purchase, taking the total tariff to 50%. But what did the government do? They negotiated and brought the tariff down from 50% to 18%. They removed additional 25% of tariff because India committed to buying more energy from US. And now this time, the proposed monstrous tariff of 500% has been cut down to 100%. This is not a failure, this is strategic diplomacy. But the loudest critics, they are silent this time. The Congress party has demanded the government to clarify its position on Russian oil purchase. But where was their outrage when India saved $17 billion by ramping up Russian oil imports? And where was their concern when India stabilized its oil prices and petrol prices by buying Russian oil at cheaper prices? So the truth is that India is not choosing sides. India is choosing India. We buy Russian oil because it is cheaper. We talk to US because it is strategic. And we negotiate because we are not a pushover. The BJP government has not flinched a bit. We have not given up buying Russian oil. We have not broken our ties with US. In fact, we have made ourselves indispensable for both.